Alright guys, welcome to my channel. As usual, my name is Toilam. Manage Chepar farm based in Kenya. Okay. Now, one thing that I've been asking myself for a very long time, like 2 months ago, is really layers poultry farming better than broilers, keeping broilers? Because over the past few months I've had more interest in keeping broilers than actually keeping layers, and I had a shorter video which I'll put it here on the link on top here, where I was talking about the between layers and broilers, which is better. And in the long run, I gave my verdict, which is my opinion, which is I was more inclined to keeping layers because of the long term and all that. Long term costs, long term profits, income basically, and it's mainly something that you can, it's like running a marathon as compared to broilers, which you are running sprints. Okay, you're on sprints. But there are few things that are not considered. Number one is, I think if you narrow down on your market for broilers, which I've done, I know exactly where we can be able to sell our chickens, how much the prices will be. Of course they fluctuate, but I'm not dealing with brokers. I'm dealing with guys who actually buy it at City Market in Nairobi. All right, so and this has led me to look into broilers, keeping broilers. It has given me more passion of keeping broilers as compared to giving layers, because one thing is, with as little as 40,000 Kenya shillings, I can bring in 200 chickens, raise them with that 40,000 shillings for 2 months. Okay, for 2 months, and get 80,000 shillings most on average. So in 2 months I can be able to double the amount of money that I've input in the broilers farming, which for me to double the amount of money that I've input on layers, I have to wait probably like a year. That's when I can start reaping big. But for these, I can start getting my money back after 2 months. Okay, so was I wrong on my video? Sorry about that. I think I might have inclined to something that I was doing more as compared to what actually I gave my verdict based on something that I have not yet implemented, which was are not yet done broilers. Okay, so my verdict relied mainly on what I've understood, what I've had, what I've researched on, and all that. But coming in real life experience and experimenting, I've come to think that as a poultry farmer, you need to keep both. Here is why. I'll wait for my layers to reach, my layers will start laying eggs in 5 months. Okay, and within that period I'll be feeding them a lot. I'll be feeding them a lot. Like right now I feed them 2 tons of feed. I have 500 chicken, 2 tons every month. So that means every 2 weeks I make 1 ton feed, another 1 ton feed. So I make it twice a month, or sometimes I make it once. I just make 2 tons of feed because we make our own feed. And for me to buy those 2 tons, it costs me a lot of money. Okay, we're talking about 70,000 there, 70 to 80,000 there. You put the cost of everything. Let's just say 70, yeah, 80,000 there. 80,000 Kenya shillings every month is the amount of money I need to part with for 6 months. Let's say, to be safe, 6 months before the chicken starts to feed themselves. So you can calculate that. Let's say that is 80,000 shillings times 6, which gives you 480,000. So you need to have close to 500,000 for you, 500,000 Kenya shillings for you to raise 500 chickens. Oof, that's really a lot of money. Okay, so what is the best option? So like, if I'm looking at it, if I was really if I really need money and I don't have money to raise the chicken or something like that, the best approach I can take is keep my broilers. Okay, bring my broilers. Each broiler chicken, as based on the calculations that we've done on experimenting with my neighbor's farm, is each chicken will spend 200 shillings from buying the chick to the day you're taking it to slaughter, and we've calculated with 8 weeks. That is around 210 Kenya shillings per chicken. And those chickens, by the time they reach they are 8 weeks old. We are calculating with 8 weeks, not 6 weeks, because we are making our own feed and all that, so we don't have a lot of pressure anyway. So for 8 weeks, just to be safe on math, 8 weeks, if you have 200 chickens, 200 times 20, that is 20,000 times 2, which is 42,000 there, which is the total cost of feed from when they are 1 day old to when you sell them. Not only feeds, which includes, let's say, the cost of buying the day-old chicks. You see that? You'll be keeping them for 2 months. So I'll have, and by that time, if I'm going to spend 40,000 shillings, so that means in a month, in 2 months, I will have 80,000 shillings, because a kilo of chicken broiler with the market range, it ranges from 180, which is the lowest that I've had of. During COVID, that was 180, and sometimes it reaches 300 shillings per kilo. And your chicken, we need to make sure the slaughter weight is 2.1 kgs at least. Okay, the live weight should be around 2.4 kilogram or 2.5 live weight, but slaughter weight is 2.1. If you are able to have an average of 2.0, 2.1 kgs for your 200 chickens, which is really possible with your own custom-made feed, then remember, you are going to get 400 shillings for each chicken. Alright, so you'll be able to double your money. Of course, it has a lot of risks with it, market, all those things, where your farm is located. Like my farm is located almost 400 kilometers from the capital city, which is my market where I'll be selling my chickens. So if I was starting this and I had 100,000 Kenya shillings, my advice to anybody would be start broilers. Start with broilers. If that was the last amount of money that I had, okay, the last one, if I had 100,000, like that is do or die for me, I will not start layers. I'll not farm layers chicken. I will farm broilers because I know that 100,000 shillings I can be able to raise. I think if 40,000 equals to 200 chickens, then that is 200 chickens times 5. So I can be able to raise on average, I think 1,000 chicken. It will be 1,000 times 200, that will be 200,000. Let's say 500 chickens. I'll be able to raise 500 chickens with 100,000 shillings, assuming I have built the house already. I have a house that can be able to support or be able to host 500 chickens. Okay, so what is the lesson learned on this video today? So one of the things that I've learned is it is good sometimes to accept when you are wrong, and that brings more trust for my viewers, because that will mean what? That will mean I know when I'm wrong, and I accept that I'm wrong in my calculations, and I accept that there are different options of doing different things, and we are not experts in all. And this, I hope this adds more trust as you are going through the videos in my channel, because the end goal is I need to give people information that is really helpful to them. Like now I've said, if you have the littlest money that you can get, let's say you have 40,000 Kenya shillings, you have a simple structure that is there, like available houses, or you can be able to construct something yourself for like 20,000. So if you have 60,000 Kenya shillings, then you can be able to, the best options for you is not to keep layers, it is to keep broiler. So if hope this video has been helpful to you. I'm really glad that I'm looking at these options, and this is what I'm looking at as well on the farm, looking at options where I can be able to have money coming in quickly and also have long-term investment. And the best option for me I'm looking at is keeping both broilers and layers, so that broilers will be helping me in running the farm, like feeds, everything, buying, salaries and all that for my employees, and the long-term investment that I'll have, which will be layers now, that is what I will be using probably to do other investments, because now my daily operations are sorted out. Okay, so if you have the ability to do that, you can. But first of all, what you need to do, go to either Nairobi, go to, if you're based in Kenya, go to Kisumu. If you're based, I think, in Uganda, you can go to capital city Kampala and all that. where you have your market. Research about the market for chicken meat. Okay, research. Spend a week looking for how you can be able to sell your products. Don't be a lazy farmer where you depend on brokers. No, I don't depend on brokers at all. So I went to Nairobi myself. I got the contacts of around 4 different guys who are buying chicken, the owners of the shops, of the slaughterhouses, where they buy the chicken and sell it to hotels. I have their contacts, so you can do the same. Figure it out. Go find your customers. Once you have 3 or 4 of them, I can assure you it is really hard for all of them to fail you. Alright, so it is really hard for them to fail you. So don't be a lazy farmer. Go out, look for the market. Once you have the market, then start keeping your chickens. And with that, guys, if you love our videos, if you love our channel, please show me some love, man, by subscribing to our channel. Show me some love by following us on Facebook. Follow our Facebook page. I'll have it in the link below, on the description below. And without further ado, see you next time. Bye bye.